Okay, we have made it to number 2. If you haven't seen the ones before this, especially what, 11 through 3, where I rant and rave about their airports, plane lands there, no big deal. Jeez. This is number 2. Okay, I'm not French. Courchev Airport in France. Okay. The people that write this are kinda crazy. This airport in France is known for one of the shortest runways in the world, with just 537 meters. The airport is for people who want to ski, ski the Alps, and hence is located amidst mountains. I've already covered mountains, yep, they're there. In addition to navigating these mountains, pilots also need to land the plane at sharp angles for the aircraft to slow down. I'm a little confused with that. But yes, this airport is sick. It's in the mountains. I believe the angle of the runway is 18 degrees. That's a lot. So you're landing a plane at 18 degrees. This is, okay, dangerous. I don't know. The length of the runway, no, it's not shortest runways in the world. Roughly 1,500 feet. We just did a 900 feet. What makes this unique is where it is. I don't know if we can even fly it today. I don't know if I can fly the Cessna. Let's take a look. United States. Let's move the world around here. We're going to France. And we're in the mountains. We are definitely in the mountains. Look at them mountains. I don't know why it won't center that. Look at that. It's in the mountains. Yes, it is. Let's take a parking spot. Okay, it's 7, just under 1,800 feet long. Is that a short runway? For me, no. Let's take a look at this. We're on top of the mountain. This is a ski slope. That's a chairlift. That's a chairlift. And there's the name I was trying to say. I have no idea how to pronounce it. So yeah, this is a cool place to be. It's not the shortest runway in the world. Trust me, we are going to land on a lot shorter. But I don't know the... Oh, I should have looked at the altitude. I don't know the altitude of this airport. Again, I need to know this information before I fly my plane in there. Do I have the performance at the altitude, for one? If I don't, guess what? I'm not going to fly there. The 1,700, 1,800 feet runway, it's not a problem. Now, the 18 degrees, 19 degrees that the runway is, never done it before in my life. And it don't look like we're going to do it today. Look at that, it's snowing. What a beautiful day. Okay. We are not going to do this in real weather, because guess what? I've already called it. It's not going to happen. And I don't know if I even have I have the performance to take off here. I don't know. So what we're going to do, we're going to get in our seat. Okay, first things first. We're not going to do it. I'm not even going to try to do it. Because guess what? Nobody in their right mind is going to fly off a mountain into that. Why would I? we're gonna die. Let's take a look at what kind of planes are here. Okay, there's some really turboprop. I don't know what's over there. But yes, we have the hand of God. Hand of God says, hello. Beautiful. Look. It's a beautiful day. The birds are chirping. Look at that runway. Absolutely, look at that runway. 6,500 feet is where we're at. Can I take off here? You betcha. Not a problem. That's like a... Oh, and people also said that this is dangerous. Taking off. It's not... Oh, listen to the birds. It's just amazing. It was winter 5 seconds ago. I'm trying to think. Yes, I can take off here. No problem. It's all downhill, which means... And if I fly off the edge into air, I just drop the nose a little bit, fly down the canyon, and guess what? I'm going to fly away. The question is landing here. I don't know what my winds are, but I'm pretty much sure we got two canyons here, there and there. What makes this really tricky is this. That's what I'm going to be looking at flying into here. My options of a go around have to be called so soon that, I mean, I can bail off to the left. See, and just winging this without actually being taught how to do this is not the smartest. Would I do this? Oh, and it even shows a jet here. I don't know about... I don't know the answer to that. I don't know if a jet can land here or not. I'm pretty sure the turboprops are the smart way to go. I'm just trying to think of the performance at 6,500 feet. And this is number 2. There's still number 1 out there. Pretty much the same, but I believe it's 10,000 feet. It's 4,000 feet higher. Yes, I'm scared. I'm nervous. This is... I really don't know how to call this. Are we going to survive this? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know this plane. Let's go ahead. Yell out the window. Clear! I'm not questioning the airport. I'm questioning my choice of aircraft. The Cessna 152 is not exactly, or 72, is not exactly a monster. Not a lot of power. I mean, we're halfway in the window. I'm good to like 14,000 feet in this plane, and we're at 65, so we're halfway to my ceiling. Have I ever landed to this altitude? No, I have not. And do I have problems because my altimeter says we're at sea level? We're not at sea level, Dorothy. Okay, I have a problem here. is go ahead and shut down, reboot. If it doesn't come up, may have to shut down my system. Clear. Yeah, I think we have a instrumentation problem, Houston. My plane is broken. Yep, we're not gonna play this game with that. So I got to do some stuff. Be back. Okie dokie, here we are, we're back, and yes, I changed my mind. I don't think a 172 probably could do it, but I don't think it's the smartest thing in the world, so I'm back in the Cessna 208 Caravan. This can handle it. Okay, I rebooted my system. Now we're back in this plane, so let's get this fired up, shall we? And yes, we're not flying real weather because I booted it back up and it was horrible. Okay, I have a bad feeling. My altimeter's reading 0 here also. I'm not quite sure what's going on. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. I wonder why. That is weird. We should be 6,500 feet. But two planes now have said 0. Chop, 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 chop. They didn't look too concerned, did they? Oh, there it went. Okay. Maybe I just needed a move. Ah. Okay, I'm doing... Okay, I've changed my profile. Now I don't have reverse thrusters in this plane either. I might have to go back to my... because I think I want reverse thrusters on this. Okay. Let's do this real quick, like, come on, throttle quadrant. Gonna go to this, apply and save, go back, resume. All right. Okay, that changed everything. Okay. Alrighty, folks. Not quite sure. I think I'm just going to climb up to 10,000. Do my heading bug. Now I'm sure there's no procedures for this airport. Okay. We are basically going to just go a little ways and drive down. I believe it's 18.5 degrees, between 18 and 19 degrees. Okay. Got my prop maxed out. Okay. Taking off here, not concerned. Landing here, not concerned. Just don't. It's going to be the view out this window is going to be something else. Okay, I'm going to go full. I'm not getting good enough pressures, and I don't know why. Well, it's backwards, that's why. Why is it backwards? My lever is backwards. Ay, 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 ay. Profiles. No. Throttle quadrant. Profile 2. Default. When you start messing with these profiles, I had to do it for another aircraft, the 747. Okay, that's where it should be. I just had, once you deal with a bunch of different profiles, I need to label them better. So this should give me a reverse. Okay. Now that my plane is, it's not my plane, it was all my, that just makes you want to take off with me, don't it? Okay. Just for fun of it. It's going to get noisy. Okay, I just did a quick little, make sure my wing surfaces were all correct. Make sure if I want to go up, I go up, I don't go down. I've lost confidence in my ability to set up my simulator. All right, here we go. Okay, I'll recheck everything. Notch flaps, all my lights, everything's good. Brakes are set. Let's bring this bad boy up to full power. That was the problem before. It'd only go up to about half and then stall out on us. Okay, there's full power. Release the brakes. And we're just going to drop off a mountain. Ho, 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 ho. And we got to land on that. This is stupid. Rotate. See, now it's... Don't sink. Flaps up. Absolutely amazing. Look at that. That is cool as can be. Now the big problem is we don't have a go-around procedure here. Really don't have options. Wow, that's amazing. That is amazing. It's not what you want to see out at your window on approach. Okay, let's take a look at this. There's our... See? It's just a mountain. It's just a mountain in front of us. I think I'm a little low. What happens if I full flap this? Okay, I just gotta... It's the level... That's the... It is going to be... My flare is where I'm gonna get in trouble here. Because my flare will be... Because right here I could just pretend like it's a regular runway. I'm gonna come into it. Pretty much committed now. You're pretty much, if you're not going to do it, you're not going to do it. Because I can't climb. I can't go up and over the mountains, so. That's pretty. See, I'm going throttling to get up the hill. Not okay. It's not that bad. It's not that. I mean, it's what's crazy is you really lose perspective of the angle of attack you're at. The picture out the window, the runway actually just looks like a flat runway. I probably hit it a little harder than I would because you don't float. I mean, the runway comes up to you, so it's kind of like you just flare and the runway comes up to you and hits you. That was full flaps. That was just kind of winging it. That's kind of badass. amazing view out the windshield here. Okay, I want to do it again to make sure the first one wasn't a fluke. I was I don't know about you, but that was pretty comfortable. This is what's cool. It's like, and whee! It's like the front wheel comes off the ground and rotate. Oh, that is just awesome. Just awesome. Oh, not dangerous, just absolutely fun. I just can't classify flying as dangerous. It's not dangerous. It's all physics. I love it. This is probably smart, picking this plane. The performance is there. I think I could do it in the Cessna 172. I really do. It's just the altitude. And again, you're looking out the window, you're watching your nose on trim. You kind of know where your airspeed's at. Other than that, it's just adjusting to what you see out your window. And yes, you're going to have to call pretty much right now whether you're good with your landing. Once you come in sight to the runway, I mean, I could continue my right turn. But here in the next 20 seconds, I don't have an option. I'm just going to have to trim my plane. My speed's good. Altitude's good. The view out the window looks good. Might be a little hot. A little high. And we are cheating because this isn't real weather, so we don't have the winds, and so I don't like, I mean, we're landing here perfect conditions, absolutely perfect conditions. And I am a lot higher this time than last, so we might be in trouble. Because I've got to go from such a drastic view out the window. Okay. Love it. Absolutely love it. That is cool. Gotta quit putting my plane in reverse thruster. Now, would you fly with me in real life there? I would. I wouldn't have a choice. I'm the pilot, dummy. That's cool. That is absolutely cool. We're going to pull up here for a photo op. Gotta have the photo op. Again, not dangerous. Not dangerous, just challenging. Just pretty much know what you're doing. Oh, that is just awesome. Flaps. Let's get our flaps up. Why do we want to have our photo up here? We kind of want to see the runway, the name, the control tower. How does that look right there? That's number 2. We have one more to go, and that's in Nepal. Pretty much the same thing we have here. Should we just jump over there and do it? Do 1 and 2 in the same one? Should we? Don't know if my computer likes that or not. Bam. Alright. No takeoffs, 1 landing. Please explain that to me, Microsoft. Yeah. Okay, let's just jump in. So there, France, number 2 on the most dangerous list. Now, we're going to head over to the Himalayas. Whee! Oh, it's dark over here too. Nighttime. Got to do some changes. Don't want to do this at night. So we're going to do that. See, pretty much the same runway. Let's fly this. And we're going to have the hand of God come down. Change our weather and turn night to day. I'm absolutely having fun doing this. I don't know if you guys are. I hope you are. It's kind of interesting. To someone that's stupidly into aviation as I am, the whole thing just all aspects of aviation, navigation, the airplanes, the different type of airplanes, weather systems, performances, and just to know you could put something in your hands, put your feet on some pedals and make it happen. Well, it's kind of dark. Looking snowy. There we are. Okay, let's take a look. We're not going to be the... It's got stars, though, so the weather might be decent. 10:21 at night, 1 knot of wind. Our altitude is 9,300 feet. We're 10,000 feet. To me, that's crazy. Alright, let's get the hand of God. Gonna change it to summer. And he's going to change it to daytime. Yeah, nice little afternoon flight. Let's take a peek outside before I start it up. Look at that. A little bit different view, but kind of the same concept. You're in the mountains. Let's give a little... Okay, we're in Nepal. Khumbu, Solukhumbu district of Maluka Airport, Nepal. Alright. The name is Tenzing Hillary Airport as of January 2008 in honor of the first 2 people to conquer Mount Everest. People visiting Mount Everest frequently use this Nepalese airport. The airport has been rated as the most dangerous airport in the world for over 20 years in a row. The airport is at an altitude of 8,000 feet, which we'll see what my plane says 94, so this dude really shouldn't say dude, I should say person, has no clue what they're writing. So we're 1,400 feet higher than what they say. We're at 9410. The landing and takeoff strips are very short. Okay, it's strip, not strips. There's not multiple, there's only one. There's one strip that we can take off from. Oh my hell. Okay, I think an elementary school wrote this. The landing and takeoff strip are very short. Not really. 1,700 feet's decent. And okay, my brain is getting confused. And the airport has very less electricity. The airport has very less electricity. Okay, now my girlfriend just hates the way I talk because I just redneck it to death. But I can actually speak better than this. The airport has very less electricity with virtually no modern air traffic control features. Okay, the virtually no modern traffic control features. Yeah, it's uncontrolled. I mean, I don't know, do we have a tower here? Which isn't a big deal. We land at yeah, it's not we talk to each other. We've done it 100 times already. Not a big deal. The landing is difficult as the pilot has to navigate through the hilly regions. Okay, we've already gone through hills. We don't hit the mountains. And harsh winds and decreasing visibility. Weather is a factor. We are doing this with absolutely perfect conditions. And I've talked about this time and time again. The wind flows in the mountain valleys like this, very dangerous if you don't know what you're doing. And yeah, you're gonna fly in here when the weather is perfect. You're not gonna take any chances. Said to be the highest airport due to its location near the Mount Everest base camp. Said to be the highest airport due to the location. I don't know. Do I read too much into these? The base camp has absolutely nothing to do with the airport being as high as it is. It's just, it is what it is. Is this the highest airport in the world? I don't know. I don't know. But it has nothing to do with, yeah, the location near Mount Everest. Yeah, we're all in the mountains. Lucca Airport definitely ranks second. But France is second. This is number 1. So Lucca Airport definitely ranks second. Second to what? The second of the airports or second highest to the base camp? I would say this airport is, well, yeah, it's one of the highest airports. It's up there, 10,000 feet, 9,400 feet. That's pretty high. Is it the highest? I don't know. I'm sure people are landing planes all over the place. So, is it extremely high? Not really. I mean, right here in Idaho, I'm at 4,300 feet. Yellowstone National Park, we're landing at 6,400 feet. So yeah, we're a ways above that, but nah. So, and I don't know why it's ranked second when it's ranked first for the last 20 years. Okay. The people that just write this are stupid. Anyway, pretty much the same thing. So that's what's the view you're landing into. So that's where it's intimidating, is the go around procedure. Okay, looks like we're coming in here. There's no way to land this way, so it doesn't matter what the winds are. There's only one way to land here. You're going to take off 24 and you're going to land the other opposite direction. That's your choice. Hopefully the winds coming off the mountain, but if it's blowing up the valley, it's just what it is. If the weather permits, you're going to land here. If it's not, you're not. But looks like we could do a left turn and fly. Not much of a choice, right? There's kind of a mountain and we got a valley. So when we take off, looks like we just got a nice valley to fly out of. Okay, that's my flight prep. That's all I'm gonna do is look around. All right, here we are again, doing the same thing. Maybe you can guess what I'm doing as I do it. Okay, we absolutely know that our controls work properly this time, at least. All right, bang, 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 bang. Hit all my buttons. Fuel to high, prop to high, throttle to center. Ignition, start, and brakes set. All right, we got fire. Bring that back down a little bit. Put that to normal. Shut the starter off. Ignition to normal. Brakes off. I never noticed my altimeter sticking to 0 again. Let's see what happens when we move slightly. It corrected itself last time. I've just never noticed it doing that. One with this, the runway's a lot narrower. But again, the runway, the center line's the most important thing. If you know the runway is long enough and wide enough, if you are center lined, you're fine. Okay, my altimeter reset. I'm not quite sure what that's about. So if the runway's 100 feet wide, 500 feet wide, or 50 foot wide, if my plane can land, all I worry about is that center line. If you're not gonna land a 747 on a runway that's 10 foot wide. Don't care how talented the pilot is, it's not gonna happen. But if your plane can land on the runway, that's why they have center lines. Well, and there's a lot of dirt strips that don't have center lines. You just got to put it in the center. And you notice I just come over to the center. I didn't even look over. We don't even know what it looks like when you bail off of this cliff. All I know is I'm going to center line it, and it is what it is. I'm fine. Nothing's going to hurt us. Okay, quick little trip. Let's make sure our flaps are set correctly. Our lights are all on. Everything is good. I like it. Shall we? Let's go ahead and get this bad boy throttled up. Make sure everything is in the green and running properly. Because we definitely don't want to get halfway down our... That's the problem. When we go over that edge, we're committed. There's no go around procedure. There's no stopping. That's why I'm got everything maxed out. Once I release the brakes, I got about 3 seconds to decide. And we're pretty much committed right now, no matter what. And oh my gosh, here we go. Whee! Oh, that is so awesome. And rotate. What's fun about, don't sink. What's fun about that is my rotate's actually just leveling off. Ooh, that is steep down there. OMG, folks. Look at that. How scary is that? Wow, how beautiful. Okay. Again, we don't have no wind. But yes, wind would be a factor coming up this valley. Oh, that. Just to get a visual on that airport, it's going to be tough. That's insane. Okay, this one's a lot tougher than the last one because we're flying right up a canyon for me to even find. I mean, we had a lot of options in the France airport that we do not have here. Absolutely amazing view out the window, though. That is breathtaking. It's kind of confusing on which one's our canyon. There's our river. See, that's what we're looking at. We're flying into that to land somewhere. That's pretty messed up. Wow, look at the mountains above us. Sorry, I was kind of gawking at the world. I don't even know where the airport's at. Don't even know. Don't even have a clue where our airport is. This is difficult. Yes, this will be difficult. I believe that's our airport right there. I believe. It doesn't look like, so I'm gonna have to, but I thought there was a lot more houses and trees. I first thought it was right there. We gotta get closer. But that's my first thought. And I think that is. I think that I'm gonna line up. Wow, how intimidating is that? Look at these mountains. If I needed to get out of here, I would have to make you puke. I can turn around, but I would have to almost pull up, stall the plane. I mean, like do an aerobatic. Yes, that is the airport. Wow, this is it. Okay. I'm glad we did France first. I'm comfortable with the. I can't imagine if you had 20 knots winds up here how horrible this would be. And my damn window post is right in the wrong spot, so I almost need my headgear on here so the camera moves, but awesome. Okay, just a runway up the side of the mountain. Oh, look at that. You just gotta ignore that whole picture other than that runway. Look at your numbers. Forget about the wall that's in front of you that you're about ready to crash into, that I feel I'm way too high for. Okay, that was pretty rough, folks. But doable. Wow. Can you imagine seeing that mountain in your face? Wow. Whew. Okay. That was amazing. I cannot. Let me shut the fuel pump off. It's loud as hell. I have to admit, that's one of the most amazing landings. You just have to ignore that whole mountain in front of you and just put it out of your mind that you either nail it or you're done. There's no in between. Because your options are gone. Whew. It's amazing how wound up you can get setting in an office at a simulator. I can't imagine what it'd be like doing this for real. The runway's a little sketchy right here, if I have to admit. It's not exactly level. To me, that runway, being as narrow as it is, which I just discussed, doesn't matter how narrow it is, the center of the runway, the only thing that matters. But it seems like it was a lot steeper. But I came in too high, and I had to adjust the last minute. My flare seemed really high, and the ground was coming up, but I was diving, so my transition to get on altitude, I mean, we probably did a 40 degree, because I was probably at least 10 degree to 15 degree nose down to get my altitude, to get my excuse me, the runway to look right in my window for my glide slope. So I have a 10, 20, 15% nose down, and I've got to transition all the way to an 18% positive. That's a lot difference in angle, if that makes sense. Makes sense to me. from. Now if I came in lower, I would just do that 18%, but I was actually doing 40% flare, and that's such an unnatural feeling to have that huge. I mean, when I come in for a landing and you flare or hold it off, I'm just barely moving the yoke. I mean, it's just pressure. I'm actually grabbing and like doing a full-on stall. That's just, the muscle memory isn't there to do a landing like that. It's just, nothing feels right. Okay, got to do it twice in a row so it's not a fluke. And at this altitude, I can't go max on my engine or I red light. And up, ready, set, go. This view is messed up. Look at that. Wow. And rotate. Plenty of runway. 1,700 feet. It's not the runway. It's the view out the window. Okay. This canyon looks twice the size as it did the first time. Okay, let's just get her leveled out. Flaps up. I'm not going to go as high this time because I don't want to do that. Get rid of a bunch of altitude at the last minute, but your brain tells you altitude's life, but yeah. 300 feet, and when you got 1,000 feet mountains above you, it really doesn't give you comfort. And again, you wouldn't do this like me. You're not just gonna, hey, I'm gonna fly in Nepal tomorrow. You would want to get trained. And of course, there's no tower, so you've got to have communication. I'm sure you're just not going to have planes flying around here. There are planes flying up this valley to land, so I'm sure everybody knows who's on their way up, who's on their way out. You're not just going to have two planes meet each other. There's going to be communications in and out of this airport. It's just not typical. I mean, I'd be on the radio right now. Okay, I'm getting set up to come in. And yeah, that part doesn't worry me at all. The traffic up here is going to be very minimal. And I'm not so sure it's not going to be pretty much the same company, or you're using the same airport to take off to go here. So yeah, I don't think any of that's going to be the problem. It is just, the view is amazing. So I spend more time gawking out. This is when bush piloting is so much fun, is you're flying the terrain. You're not flying an instrument approach, which is so smooth and easy, and you're flying the terrain. I mean, I'm at a 50-degree bank right here, and that's not acceptable. But when you got mountains, I have to. Okay, there's our river. Gonna fly right up that canyon. Now I know what to look for. Things are going to be a lot simpler this time. There, I can see the airport already, so that makes life easier. I think I see the airport. Basically, you just look for that peak off to your left. Man, I really got to trim my plane. My trim is horrible. There we go. I want a little more airspeed. Just a wee bit. Yeah, I just look for this mountain right here. Gonna just clip that and bam, right into our airport. Not that, that. So yeah, once you fly in here a couple times, I'm serious. This looks twice as wide as it did before. The first time I took off, it's like, oh my hell, this is so tiny. Need just a little more speed. I'm too close to that stall speed. Stalling's not good in the mountains. Wow, it's just, what's funny is I could fly straight up this canyon. My plane cannot fly over these mountains. It cannot go high enough. I can only go 25,000 feet. I think this mountain range is into your 30,000, so it's like almost a mile higher than I can fly. Wrap your brain around that. Okay, instead of wrapping your brain around a conversation, okay, I'm way too high again. I come in high for some reason. But I'm like it. I'm at the elevation. That's what screws you. I'm at the elevation where you park the plane, but the end of the runway's 800 feet lower than where you park. So I'm in my brain going, I need to be in 9,400 feet. No, I don't. I need to be 8,500 feet. That never even dawned on me. It just dawned on me right now why that looks so horrible. As I've got to be lower than my altitude airport to land because of my runway. That's stupid crazy, isn't it? Oh, let's get turned on to approach. And now it looks like I gotta climb to the run. This is not what you want, people. This is when a 172 would stall and you would die. I got plenty of power in this plane, though. It's hard to get a perspective on this runway for some reason. France was easy. This one's pretty tough. Look at that. Look at the angle difference. That is sick crazy. But you almost want to go fast up that. I mean, the runway's 1,700 feet, but you almost want to boogie butt up it so you don't have to climb. I don't know what you would do if you came in too slow and didn't climb that hill. I'm sure you could set the brakes and then power up it, but to me, I want to fly up the runway. It seems like that feels more natural to fly up the runway and then at the last minute. Because it's no problem getting rid of your airspeed. No problem at all. Okay, we did it 2 in a row. That is absolutely bad ass. Photo op time. Well, that's rated number 1. In the world, 20 years straight. But we don't want to read what the person says about it because total idiots. That was amazing. Okay, we got the Buttaha. Just horrible? Or do we want this? Look at that. That is so amazing. Maybe that. Because we got welcome to. All right. That puts me in the mood to do some bush. What am I saying? Bush pilot. We need to head north and get flying into this. That was absolutely amazing. Well, I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. We survived. We didn't die. That's always a good thing. Yeah. Appreciate it. Glad you joined me. We did 1 and 2 all in the same video. Please go ahead and tell your friends, subscribe to the channel. It's free, of course. So let's just go find other places to fly. This has been fun. Have a great day. Appreciate y'all. Goodbye.